Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Monster Train. I want to try War is Hell again, and I'm gonna use Primordium one more time, but I'm gonna switch over to Awoken, which I think might just be a little bit better. Root Seeds, I think, synergize very well with Primordium. Fewer heals, but Primordium's raw HP being gorged every turn should make up for it. Gives us a lot of draw, especially if we make those Root Seeds cheap. Perils of Production as well could give us some pretty good energy to play Root Seeds. Buff debuff Seraph, Ember Cache. Ember Cache is a terrible card, but I can't really do anything about it. Let's see what we get. Vine Grasp every turn. This solves so many problems of I can't kill, like I can't do 800 damage and kill the 30 health unit in the back that's gonna kill me. So I really like having Vine Grasps. And I really like having big buffet triggers. This unit sticks around for a long time and gets eaten. Now I will admit, Aggressive Edible is also very tempting with 20 damage, which will scale up to 50, I think. But it's the difference between Buffet 3 and Buffet 12 at 13 damage. So it's 150 damage versus about 150 damage and like 200 HP if you go the full buffet route. So I kind of want to go the full buffet route. And we can buff the health of the morsel with the Root Seeds, which means it's not a morsel, but it's champion. But by buffing the health with Root Seeds, now we can actually get more cards played. Non-boss enemy units get +4 attack. They're already going to be strong. I suppose we just want to make them stronger, and we just want to hope that we can kill them before they make it to the top. With Vine Grasp, it's definitely going to be easier. Not getting a unit on turn 1 absolutely blows, though. Like, it's so unbelievably bad. I mean, I just hope we can draw a unit next turn. We need you to stay in the front, unfortunately. Hey, at least we got a morsel out of it. We have to play you. I think we'll be able to kill you, but it's gonna be mighty close. We definitely do not want to play Perils of Production, though. You need to get into the front, though. I gotta be able to kill you. Although, you know what? Maybe we want the big unit in the front because we're gonna have enough damage to kill him. I don't know. Are you really living? Well, Sharpen will kill you, but it has to be on the Train Steward. I'm totally fine putting Sharpen on the Train Steward because it'll do 8 damage. So now you're dead. And if the Train Steward can kill you in one shot, then you should definitely be in the front. So I'm shuffling you around, but I have the option of shuffling you around. I have the capability of shuffling you around. I like it. Okay. Root Seeds. Root Seeds. You're all dying? You're all dying, beautiful. The early trial, it's basically just a normal run. After this point, oh my God, the enemies are gonna scale so freaking quickly. I absolutely hate it. There's not much we can do though, we just have to, you know, succeed. Where others have failed before. You know what? I wanna believe. We got a freaking morsel out of it. Wow, that morsel took a shot and then also got gorged. You love to see it. Mind Collapse, Prismal Dust, Antumbra Assault. You have to recognize that Antumbra Assault and Mind Collapse are way worse in War is Hell because the enemies are gonna have +10 health. So Antumbra Assault can literally not even kill a gold collector. Same thing with Mind Collapse. You're gonna have to make these things have piercing and plus magic power, at least 10, in order to do anything. So Prismal Dust is at least an energy sink. We can play it to keep a unit alive and to prevent some damage. So I think Prismal Dust is okay. Sad Envy asks, what is the challenge? You get 15 packed shards every battle. Your units are better, all units are better. So our units are slightly better in comparison to enemy units, but enemy units do get buffed, which makes things very tricky. Wildwood Sap, it's not really what we're looking for. We want to heal out of Primordium, not trickle heal, regen. It's too slow. So I think this is a skip. Dun dun, Oh my God. What do you do? What do you take? I want it all. I'm trying to remember how the song goes. Cupcakes and deserts and something and something. I want it all now. I want it all now. I want Morsel Made. I want Animus. I want to freaking stack everyone inside of everyone else. Morsel Made, there's a very, very good synergy between Morsel Made, your champion, and Wretch. You can Wretch your champion and then just bring him back and replay him. But I think we've got to go Animus of Will. Starts out very strong and only gets stronger. And we don't really care if it takes a long time to Gorge. The Gorge gain is very good, but +2/+2 when we just, gain 13, 18 every turn is amazing. Now the Animus of Will might come back around, the Morsel Made might not. It's a rarer card. But I also have nothing that creates morsels. Like literally, Plinks can't do it. They can't get any kills. I have nothing that creates a morsel. So I think we're gonna go Animus of Will. It's so hard to create morsels without specific cards because the Plinks are useless. And that's what I'm going with. I believe it. I firmly believe it, that is the correct call. It'd be funny if we got him again, but we didn't. Now Morsel Maker, you know me. You know what I like. Although I'll admit, +6/+6 is not that much, but it is scaling on its own, which can be very good. I'm gonna take it, but I'm not gonna do any unit melding with it, at least not now. I'm just gonna give it, actually, you have 30 HP? I'm just gonna give you a quick little damage shield. Maybe even just more health. And then reroll. We have the money for it, let's do it. Got a large stone. That's really good. I think we can put a large stone on you. Look, if we end up with 300 pack shards, we end up with 300 pack shards. Armor 10 doesn't matter because the enemies already have 1 billion HP. And we did not get the unit that we wanted, which maybe means that Morsel Maker is not the kind of unit that you want to have in the deck right now, but he can at least go on his own floor and do stuff. We do want you probably to be pulled to the front, and then we want you to be upgraded. I mean, our morsels, they come out so strong, that guy can actually sustain on his own for quite some time. I mean, he's gorging everything. It's very unusual. The money's gonna get away again. I mean, he's actually getting a kill. Nope. Nope. So yeah, the Animus is real freaking good. And this guy, I mean, he's gonna gain damage every turn. He puts out 40 damage of chump blockers every single turn. It's very good. I don't care. I don't even care about the Vine Grasp, but I don't matter. I don't matter? I don't care. So you're a sweeper, you're very annoying. Getting 10 health? You have 23 HP. Oh, you have 23 HP and armor combined. Right, okay, I get it. Well, let's buff you again, and let's get a whole bunch of energy, and then with Prismal Dust, we'll get a whole bunch of damage shield. So I mean, this is exactly the type of build that we are looking for, and we got it, so I'm very happy with things. I mean, the boss is dead. Died to a freaking Morsel Maker. We don't want to draw Morsel Maker early, we want to draw the Animus early. But I think having an Animus, we want Razor Sharp here, is totally, we got another Animus. Having an Animus is totally fine. I think you just want to go another Animus. We can put Morsel Maker inside of the other Animus, and then we can get another unit and then put another unit inside of an Animus. Like, we can do this. This is fine. Divine Temple coming up right now? Yeah. I mean, we can give an Animus another stack of multi-strike, which is actually probably for the best. Let's give it a go. I'm curious to see what we get out of an Umbra banner unit. And a Merchant of Steel, we can barely afford one upgrade, but we can afford one upgrade. So like a multi-strike, oh my god. Yes, we're gonna give an Animus of Will insane multi-strike, but this is exactly what we're looking for. Then, I didn't even look at the freaking unit. We should have. It's actually not bad, but I think we've already decided exactly what we want in the deck, and we're just gonna take it. We're gonna put an Animus in an Animus, and then we're gonna dupe this Animus, and then, you know, we could put a Morsel Maker on a floor with an Animus and keep getting it stats every single turn, but Primordium is gonna buff one Animus. I think this is exactly what we want. Dante Light again. We got a Dante. We've build your own Dante. Now the +6/+6 is very good, but I think the multi-strike does scale better. Lower stats immediately, but because of the extra hit every turn, it's actually pretty good. That's what you sound like, lady. That's what you freaking sound like. And then we just take a Razor Sharp to really buff the damage as much as possible, right? Use Prismal Dust. Quick would be really nice to pick up on this run. And I hope we can get it. Store health and gain 5 pack shards. No. What a complete and total waste. Damage shield +10. No, we want to purge Morsel Maker. Well, I don't know. If we dupe an Animus and put a Morsel Maker behind, that's actually a really good get, I think. So let's just accept what we have, which is gonna be totally fine. 75 shards before the first boss, lol. Now 90! And I melded one unit and like, that's it. Awoken does have the quick tome, which would be what I would be looking for sure. So we want you. Again, we didn't draw an Animus on turn 1, but like, that's fine. It just means we have one more turn of buffing you before you start gorging. Oh, hey, look, an Animus. Now, the reason why I spell chain this is because if I make it cost -1, it's gonna be so valuable for stacking up that damage. I wanna kill you here, which is now possible. And then we make you stronger, which gives us more energy, which means we can actually play the second one of these. You're taking a little bit of damage because of spikes, but that's not that bad. You're gonna gain, I mean, you're gaining about 200 damage per turn. So this is the scaling that we need. Health is now what we need on the Animus, and that is gonna be something that's hard to get, but there's a lot of healing cards in the deck, and I hope we can find some of those. But Quick would be, you know, just probably the best one. Because with Quick, well, we don't have to worry so much about the health, do we? More stats on Primordium, please. Perils of Production with Morsel Maker. That is a decent holdover target, I will admit that. I mean, we just got a lot of cards to dump out of our deck. Not enough capacity, you know what? That's a good point. You're taking 397. Oh, you love to see it though. Our Animus is half dead just due to spikes on the boss, but, well, not just due to spikes on the boss, also due to the fact that all the enemies do a lot of damage. But we will make it out of here. So health is definitely prime concern. Can play this. Which means we're getting 2 kills. We need to get these kills because of the fact that, I mean, our Animus is just taking a beating. We're gonna be definitely on the lookout for energy gain cards. I don't wanna lower your health anymore. We got a lot of energy on this turn, like an absurd amount. I don't know what to do about this though. Probably play a Train Steward. Doing 30 damage. Let's buff you. Then buff you. I mean, you're gonna have so little HP though, my lord. The Animus has 29 health. I have no sustain other than lifesteal morsels, which we cannot get because we literally cannot get morsels. Luckily, you're getting the job done. Damage shield is something else that I would be looking for, but we do need health. We've got the damage. Trample with multi-strike 5, I don't think we need trample. It will help for sure, but I think I'd rather have the rail spike so that we can specifically draw more cards, like sharpen and root seeds, and get scaling faster. I will say, maybe spreading spores so that we can get more health, but regen 2 is not really what we're looking for. I need regen 200. I really like the rail spike though. We can easily take this and then draw, I think. And then upgrade this card. The trample is good though. We're gonna take capacity. If we take capacity, I can fit a lifesteal morsel on the Animus's floor if we get a lucky lifesteal morsel, but I have one card that gives us morsels, packed morsels. So it's very slow. I could put Morsel Maker behind the Animus, which is a little bit more healing. But okay, well let's think. What is causing us problems? Is it doing damage? No. Is it healing? Yes, but spreading spores is too slow. Awoken's Rail Spike can get us better heal cards, but if it draws a heal card on the turn that we need it, it's actually extremely bad, but it is still very good. We could go energy, we don't need energy, we need draw because we also have Ember Cache. So we're gonna go draw. God, I'm gonna go Rail Spike. This is why I think Morsel Maker could actually be okay to, you know, put inside of an Animus or something like that. Because the 6+6, that's every turn you're getting those stats, which is really nice. We're not healing passively other than the gorging from Primordium. We don't need any of these units. Sweep is really good, but we're really just looking for something that applies quick, which is really the quick card. If we take Shattered Shell, we have to go to Merchants of Steel, which is not what we want. We kind of want to Hellvent our current Animus and plonk it down right behind the Morsel Maker so that the Morsel Maker can scale the Animus. Although it is going to be very slow. Artifact. We're definitely going to go to the right and Hellvent something. The question is what? I don't think we want these units. We need card draw. Well, no, you need energy because energy gives you root seeds, which gives you more card draw, right? I think that's correct. And then we want to see what we get here, and then just remove cards. When played, your champion gains plus 50% maximum health. Dude, I gotta say, that's HP. That's 9 HP per turn we were not otherwise getting. 2 morsels is also really good because they could be, it says any morsel. It could be lifesteal, but wouldn't you just like to have more HP per turn on the Animus? It doesn't solve the health problem, but it does make it a lot easier to work around. Now, Plinks are garbage. They will never be able to do enough damage to kill anything. I think you just dump them. Check the Awoken unit. It's another Animus, dude! We don't need it, though. We're just gonna Hellvent the current Animus and plonk it in front of the Morsel Maker. Yeah. So we skip these. Although we could put the Morsel Maker inside of an Animus and get the scaling, but we kind of do that already. Champion. We could give it even more health and status effects get transferred, but I don't think that's what we want. I think we just want more buffet triggers. I think we're gonna dupe our unit, which is really good. Sad Envy says -2 health spell chain might be an issue. And that's what I'm thinking, actually. No, we don't want multi-strike. I had to think about it for a second. I think this is actually terrible. Let's keep this off. I think we need some way of buffing the health of the champion, which will buff the health of the Animus, or just some way of like getting more morsels out there every turn. Now this is not ideal with the Morsel Maker, but we can still play the Animus on its own and then just, we're not gonna be able to play any morsels. I guess you just play the Morsel Maker. You just put it out as a unit, right? Yeah? How fast do you think we can shuffle through the deck? We have the remaining 5. So that's 30 cards we get through. And we have a Rail Spike and we have an Ember Cache. Dust. Well, let's start here. You're gonna add so much garbage to my deck that we're not gonna get through the deck. So we should just play the Morsel Maker. I will play him here. That leaves more capacity for morsels down here, and you can just eat all 3 of these right now. You are gonna be pulled to the front. That's every turn we do that, and we can maybe even get, you're in the front, I'm stupid. We can maybe even get the, oh, I can Vine Grasp you. We can maybe get the Animus to get a kill on this guy as he moves up, but this is, he didn't spawn again, so that's fine, I guess. Yes. Purge this. We need you to be up front. Although, you know, you're gonna live. You're gonna get a kill. You're gonna block some shots. You actually blocked quite a lot. And doesn't matter. I fought in Armageddon, and now you're dead. All right, Perils of Production. I really like having Perils of Production available on a morsel. We don't have to pull you forward. Apply Sap 4. I think we need to kill you, and we probably can with this, because that's an extra 20 damage plus, it's an extra 21 damage, and you're healing. I think we pull you, spike you up. Train Steward can block the sap anyways, so that's extremely great. And we don't need Primordium to be in the back yet. We want him to be in the back eventually, but right now he's okay. I'm still hoping that at some point we can get a quick card. If we can't, you know, we just gotta find something that works. I'm surprised we're actually able to deal with these enemies as we are. You gotta come to the front. You're gonna kill me though. I mean, there's nothing we can do about that, is there? 11, 51 damage. If I could kill my Train Steward, I could put out a fresh one, but that's not gonna happen, which means you are going to live, and we might as well do the pull right now. Maybe it's not a bad idea to have Primordium tank a little bit of the damage, but it's probably not efficient, let's say. We're doing a lot of damage, though. This is like worst case scenario with this enemy. We need better spells. We need a lot better spells that can actually get the job done of killing backline nonsense. We're gonna draw a Root Seed, so I think you just play the Rail Spike. I don't think I wanna make you any worse than you already are. I think we kill you. I think we want a Rail Spike. We drew some good stuff. The Sharpen is unplayable, unfortunately, but at least we did get the Root Seeds for free. We spent 3 energy on 1 Root Seeds. Sounds like a good trade deal. You know, the best. 24 damage. I need better spells. Problem is, where do you go for better spells in this run? War is hell. War is hell. I'm in hell. I'm in hell! All right, at least you're both dying. You're not adding any more garbage. Primordium's about to pop. No capacity for anything else, but you know, I think we did a very good job. We're doing almost 1,000 damage with our Animus, but they were half dead and we have no healing in the deck. So that's the next thing, but I just don't know where to find any healing. Feast, you know, on holdover, we can get Primordium out of the way faster. It's actually not a bad idea. What else would we hold over? Is there anything else worth holding over in this entire deck? No. So I think we Feast. I think that's a good holdover target. And, you know, God, I hate it. But Restoring Retreat is not bad. But it's definitely not what we're looking for in the slightest. There's no way we can keep a second Animus alive in front of a Morsel Maker, I'm realizing. We could put an Animus behind the Morsel Maker and the Morsels can tank like 40 damage per turn, but then it's not gonna scale. Honestly, another Morsel Maker inside of an Animus would have been better than having 2 Animuses that are big. I'm realizing that now. Restoring Retreat, though, we're not really building one big floor. We kind of have 2 floors that are doing their own thing. Now, in theory, we could put everything on the bottom and then descend like the Morsel Maker to the bottom floor to feed another Animus, to send an Animus down to be another Animus, but I don't think it's good enough. I think we did 1,000 damage per turn. We just need healing. This is not direct healing. Pyre Grow I kind of like, though, for the energy gain. We have a couple of X-cost cards, and the draw penalty is terrible, but if we go card draw after this, we'll be fine. I'm also thinking about Divinity. You know, where are we gonna play Primordium? We can't really go on the middle floor, we don't have the capacity for it. If we intrinsic freeze Restoring Retreat, then we can possibly play Primordium on the top and then descend it on the turn after, so we have 5 capacity on the middle. We have no daze or anything like that, so we can't daze the boss. We have Prismal Dust, but we have to draw it. And I don't even want to know how much damage Divinity is going to be doing at the end there. I mean, we're going to have 250, 300 Pax Shards. Divinity is going to freaking wipe us, dude. So we might even have to go capacity in order to get around that. So after all of this, what do I think we take here? I don't know. Restoring Retreat is never going to be bad. We can always just keep enemies around and deal with them later. Pyre Grow, I like the extra energy. I hate the draw negation, but it only lasts 1 turn. We already play all of our cards, and we're going to go for heavy spell upgrades in the future. Merchant of Magic coming up next. Yeah, probably. Looking for holdover and looking for just cheaper spells, I suppose. Is this a good freeze target? Fire Grow's really good. I'm sorry for taking my time on this, but it's kind of what we get in this crazy trial. We kind of need to take our time, I think. This is the damage. We need more health. We need another health card. We don't have another health card. This is not what we're looking for health, but it's like we could just take it. Fire Grow, consume, draw -2 next turn, +1 energy for the rest of the battle. I'm gonna take Pyre Grow. I think we can make that work. What are you? Restore 20 health. I don't really care about my Pyre health being restored at this point. So we could go for Concealed Caverns and just hope for a lucky draw. I don't think we can get Dante this late in the game, but if we could buff an Animus, that would be great. Even plus 25 HP would be nice, but I think he just wants spell upgrades. They're more consistently good. We have 150 pack shards, good God. Intrinsic Spell Chain. Awoken's Rail Spike is very good with this loadout. I think we might just take that. It's a very good duplication target as well. Double stack. Not really interested. Magic Power. Not interested. -1. Why would you want to spell chain the Rail Spike? Wouldn't you rather just draw one more card? I guess you would spell chain it so you could draw it again in the future. We got a -1 something. Razor Sharp is very good, because now it's -2 energy. +10 magic power. I think Plinks are useless, but no, I think they're useless. We're gonna remove them. We're gonna remove them. Spike's 8, not good enough. Rage and Emberdrain. It doesn't even give you any more energy, so that's useless. Let's reroll. Remove Consume, cost 1 more. I mean, we don't even really need the morsels, do we? I think we want a Rail Spike on turn 1. I really do. Means your turn 2 is gonna have way better draw and you might get a bunch of cheap stuff. Kinda not getting the cards that I really want though, are we? Spell Chain. You want a -4 Pyre Grow? No. Holdover on Feast would have been nice. Spell Chain Packed Morsels? We don't need that many morsels on one turn. We just don't. So I think he's skip Spell Chain. There's no unit melding to do, right? Yeah, correct. We can make one Train Steward scale. So I think we'll just -1 the Awoken's Rail Spike. We could save for a -2, but let's get the value out of it right now. And then you know what? A Plink doing 21 damage and consuming is fine. There's nothing to do coming up, so I'm gonna spend on removal. 214 case are welcome. I return, they say. You return from hell? Good to see you return, I guess. How have you been? We want to remove Blink. Blinks are terrible. So we should have 175 shards. No, it's 160. Restore health when moving up a floor. I hate to say it, but damage is not a problem. We can actually do this. The Sycophant in front is gonna be annoying, but we can always Vine Grasp and move things around. But I think we can do this because we have the damage output. Especially by drawing a Animus on turn 1, let's say. I think we actually Root Seeds and then Rail Spike. You know? That's not bad. You're gonna give everyone a lot of armor, which is very annoying, but what are we gonna do about that? Nothing. Maybe don't give you every single buff in the world. In which case, there you go. Now you're taking -5. That was stupid though, playing the units down there. So we're already doing 100 damage. Admittedly, that's not enough, but it's gonna scale a little bit more. And we can feast. This is the whole point of having feast. I almost forgot about that. You're gonna do a lot of damage. You're gonna die in like a turn, but we'll scale fast enough that your sacrifice will matter. Feast. You love it. You should have root seeds first. That's my bad. That's fine. Yes, please give me a bunch of energy. Then please play the Morsel Maker to start buffing this Animus if they live long enough, which you never know. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. And then why not give you 2 damage shield, then you can kill this Quill Marksman next turn. Because that's enough that you're gonna survive it. Okay. This is going very well. You are currently doing 300 damage per turn. You love to see it. You're currently taking 50. Without having a whole bunch of damage shield cards, it's gonna be almost impossible to keep this freaking Animus alive. And that's okay, we have to accept it. We have to accept that that Animus is gonna be extremely freaking weird. Draw -2 next turn. We played so many pluses, we can play one of these. We have a lot of energy now. Yeah, that Animus is gonna die. An Animus cannot live. I don't think we need the Razor Sharp. Gain 10 armor. Only you? I'm okay dumping these units out of my deck then. It'll actually kill the marksman in front, which is nice. You're all gonna die when you move up. We have the damage. You're getting +6 HP because you are gorging. I think we want... I don't think we want a Razor Sharp. I think I just want to, just sharpen. And it's entirely because I have no healing card. If I had any card that gave me heal, I'd be way more inclined to do this, but I just don't. Wow, okay, good luck. I could give you a lot of morsels with feeding, but I could also maybe feed on you and then give you maybe a life steal or a damage shield or something at the very end. So why don't we feed on you, and then buff you, and then we should have done this first. I always forget about that. That's okay. Oh, +6/+6 is very good. I would love to be able to give that to my Animus. I actually think we want capacity. I want to be able to play more Animuses. It's gonna purge a lot of your stealth, which is nice. So the one thing we do not want is Razor Sharp. We need the health more than anything else. It might not have been the best spell chain card, but if I can solve the health problem permanently, we're in a much better situation. Energy's not a problem at all right now. At all. No stealth. You've not been a problem. Any of the attempts we've done here, you've not been a problem. Damage shield to the first friendly unit summoned each turn. You know, this actually solves the problem. It does, believe it or not. If I can create a morsel every turn, if we could get a relic that does it or something, then we have damage shield every turn, which is health every turn. Now, another thing we could do is actually take the Primordium upgrade that is status effects, and then we can transfer status effects to the Animus, which includes damage shield. So there's a couple of plays there, which I like the idea of. Including Void Binding could work with the same Primordium. We could give Primordium a nice solid buff of damage shield and then start transferring it to the Animus. Is it worth attempting that? Because if we do that, we will literally have no energy for the rest of the run. Well, for the rest of every combat. As soon as I play Void Binding, we're gonna be Ember Drained until we draw Perils of Production. So maybe Void Binding Perils of Production might be good holdover targets. We would need to get a lot of spell upgrade terminals for that though. What's coming up next? Another Hellvent. What the heck do you Hellvent? Then Merchant of Magic, then Merchant of Magic. So we'd have to get it twice in a row. And we'd have to get Primordium that has status effects, and we'd have to be willing to take it. So that's a bit of an ask. Hellvent, you know, I wouldn't mind duplicating the Rail Spike so we had another one in the deck somewhere. I really wish we had a better spell to duplicate. We could just go card removal artifact instead, if we kind of like the deck that we have. Merchant of Steel is gonna do literally nothing, unless we get, units get an extra upgrade slot, of course. But it might actually be better than duplicating nothing of value. We don't really have any good cards to duplicate. Maybe Prismal Dust for more damage shield. I think I'm gonna take Void Binding because I have nothing else to take in this situation. Man, just no healing cards, huh? None at all. Restore 1 health, gain 1 energy, draw 1 next turn. I think we skip this one. I don't want those. We do need to still go capacity though, so we can play middle floor Divinity or bottom floor and have room for a morsel that could give us lifesteal or damage shield, which is super important. It means that enemies are gonna get up slightly. As long as we draw the Animus on the first turn. Oh my god, I don't know if 58 HP is enough to keep the Animus alive on the first turn. Graft is healing, says Segas Jr. Ah, you don't say, huh? I think we go to the right. I want to see what this artifact is. +1 attack per spikes. You know, it's not bad because it makes Sharpen better, but again, damage is not the problem. We have other problems. I'll take it though because it does make everything better, but not by enough. +30 magic power. I mean, a good plink could be okay. Purging cost -1. Not really interested. Merchant of Steel. We literally cannot do anything. I mean, I think we just want to remove Train Stewards at this point. You consume, I don't care about you. Perils of Production are kind of okay. We got a thin deck, 26 cards, it's not bad. Is it worth 10 pack shards to remove 1 card from the deck? You know, honestly, it might be. If we get a thin enough deck, can we actually maybe go infinite off of Void Binding and Perils of Production? Get rid of every other card and then we just have those in the deck? Every turn you feast Perils of Production, Void Binding, Root Seeds, everything's been made cheap thanks to the spike, potentially. You could always just remove cards instead of doing that. We have a Divine Temple and Divine Boons coming up. 120 gold to remove. I'm gonna save my cash for the Merchant of Magic. I'm very tempted, actually, to just remove a card. or 10. Like remove a root seeds. Or a sharpen even. I know that this is good attack value now, but again, damage has not been the problem. It's been 0 problem. So getting this sharpen out of my deck actually might be for the best. I'm gonna cut this card. Get out of my deck. Fell at 185. Please not rage. Oh God, how many stacks of multi-strike do you have? 4. You attack 5 times every turn. Holy crap. On the bright side, this is a pretty good turn 1. We kind of have everything that we want. But oh my God. This is actually not bad. You're gonna die within 1 more turn. Dude, a quick book? God, I hope we get a quick book after this. You're dead. You're dead, huh? There's nothing I can do about that? Well, there is. I can put a morsel maker out there and then it's gonna summon a bunch of morsels if it lives. Let's think about this first. Hold on. Might want to play another card. What the heck? 60. I mean, you do 60 damage. So it's 60. 70, 80, 90, 100, 103 damage? Oh my God. I mean, the morsel maker, if it lived, it could summon morsels every turn, but it's not gonna live. So maybe you just play a morsel maker just to tank and then let the Animus do a little bit more damage. We need an Ascend. We need to be able to put everything up behind this Animus. But like, how the hell will this Animus live? It will die, and I don't think there's anything I can do about it. This Animus is toasted. Because look at these enemies. F you, game. I hate you so much. This is an absurd trial. War is hell. This freaking game is hell. Okay, so you heal 27 every turn. You're currently healing for 17. Can I just say, no freaking heals in the deck means I can't heal you. You came out with damage shield, now you're taking none. Why do you have damage shield 5? 3 plus 2. Okay, that's actually fantastic. You might live. We might be okay. I don't know if that's true or not, but we might be okay. Don't feast. Sharpen first. Feast. So what's the most important thing? Killing you. It's gonna cost every single one of your damage shields, but now you get morsels, which will body block significantly, and all we gotta do is kill you. And this is kind of what we're looking for out of Void Binding, dare I say it, because Void Binding keeps you alive a little bit longer. Can even give you some damage shield, which we're probably gonna freaking do. Damage doesn't matter as much as health. So I actually think, sweep. You know, a damage shield up here is really good because nothing here is actually taking any damage at this point. So that'll stick around for a couple of turns. And holdover on the feed would have been so nice. You're still gonna take like 50 damage. I mean, Rage 3 isn't really that much when we're getting hit for, 100. So I like it. You've gotta die. We didn't use Chain of Gems, which means that we actually got it on this turn, so we're gonna get something out of the morsel. That's very interesting. I would like to have a 50-50 chance of saving 1 damage shield up here. It worked. We can dump a morsel, it doesn't matter, we can't put it anywhere. I would like to kill you. So I am gonna pull you to the front, that should kill you. We're gonna Root Seeds you. We're not gonna Razor Sharp, because if I do, we're freaking dead. But I will Razor Sharp down here. Your health doesn't matter quite as much. Now you're actually killing both these enemies. So the top floor can actually stack up damage shield now. I can't believe it. The 40 HP of morsels can get us where we need to go. That's so good. Okay, what's happening down here? A whole lot of nothing? A whole lot of nothing. You know what? Freaking die. We have so much energy, we might as well get rid of cards. You're living, which is stupid. I think this is an okay Pyre Grow. We'll have 5 cards. But as soon as we get damage shield, we can play it on the top floor and get good value out of it, which is why I'm doing it like that. Feast, you gotta play it. Open up a room for damage shield and morsels. I think we're gonna be okay. You're doing 700 flippin' damage. Actually incredible. Actually incredible. I think you play this. Like, the HP doesn't matter as much as the damage. You're actually killing everything on the floor, saving damage shield from the top. So I'm realizing this is how we want to set it up. We want Morsel Maker in the front, and I never thought that. I never thought I would want to have a Morsel Maker in the front, but we're getting such good value out of these freaking morsels. It's so good. We can play morsels. Yes, lifesteal. Okay, well that's gonna cost 2 damage shield next turn, but who cares? You might as well take this, and then you still might as well get all of the buffs. Middle Animus is gorging. It's not about the gorge. Like, she has 50 health, and we played Razor Sharp twice. Now she has 250 damage. The morsels are way better as damage shields. Yeah. I wish we could do the same thing on the top floor with the champion, but you can't, because the Morsel Maker would eat everything. But this is working so well. We just keep buffing. You keep having as much damage as possible. You freaking die. You buff. I mean, we do, we're over 1,000 damage per turn now. That's so good. You do 1,000 yourself, or 100. Luckily I can kill you, but oh my god, that's a lot. So we want definitely just Void Binding on a morsel. We can at least gorge off of it. You are absurd, but we're living, and we have lifesteal, so you're dying. And we are kind of getting through nearly a whole deck every turn at this point, so I think the Void Binding play could work. It's a little funky though. I can't believe we freaking made it. Buff, debuff, Seraph. I gotta pay attention to that. We got the quick book. It's so, we got Wretch. Oh my god. I gotta pee, but I gotta think about this for a minute. I'll be right back. We've gotta take the quick book. We have to. I thought about it. It's the best call. We need it. It's gonna save us so much damage. Now, what do you take here? I still kind of like having capacity to play another morsel, but if we're quick, we probably don't need it. We'd probably prefer card draw. I just hope our bottom floor Animus Primordium can survive. I mean, we can go top floor on the Divinity fight, but it's gonna be a lot harder unless we put damage shield on the champion, which will keep him alive. But then the Animus is still gonna get hit a whole bunch, and we still have no real sustain. We can't apply lifesteal unless we go for the status effects being transferred, but then on the top floor, they're gonna be negated. So it's capacity, I think, to play on the bottom and still be able to play a morsel in front to tank when you draw packed morsels, but do we really only have one morsel generator? That's pretty bad. We go capacity. We're gonna play on the middle floor, I think. Oh hey, would you like to heal for pack shards? No! If anything makes it up to my pyre, I'm dead anyway. Stop offering me those damn cards. We're gonna go to the right, Merchant of Magic. We kind of need it. Morsel units enter with a damage shield. Now they're even better body blockers, which is absurdly good. Double stack is not really what we're looking for. Void Binding though, damage shield 4. I mean, on a morsel, it's really good to keep them alive. I could see that being very useful here. Wildwood Tome, we've got to make that free though. Well, we can make Void Binding very cheap. Spell Chain, Purge. Spell Chain Peril is a lot of energy. Spell Chain Feast gets rid of your champion faster. Oh, that's real good. Spell Chain Wildwood Tome actually might even be better because we can apply quick to 2 units. And applying quick to both animuses means that one animus can weaken the units and then we can have the middle floor just be the super animus. Which I think is extremely great. Wouldn't you rather have quick on 2 units? Yes. Wouldn't you like to, remove another card like a Sharpen? I think so. Although Sharpen is actually pretty good at applying the damage buffs. Maybe we want to remove like 1 Root Seeds. Maybe 1 Perils of Production. Do we really need 2? We could probably cut 1. At this point, we are gonna have about 250 pack shards at the end of the run. Damage shield to keep morsels alive is actually pretty good. So we'll put that on Void Binding, and I'll make it, oh, we gotta make the tome cheaper. 2 energy I'll pay for. You know what? You're gonna consume out of my deck anyways. Reroll. We didn't get holdover. Really? Really? I'll still pay for Void Binding in all likelihood. 10 magic power, no. Champion, what do you get? Well, it's either more buffet triggers or damage, and we will go for more buffet triggers. I was kind of hoping that we could get the status effect one, but we're just gonna go for the better morsel. It is still 18 health. No, it's more than that, right? It's 27 health per turn. Actually, does this already take this into account? It might, so it might only be 18 per turn. By the way, no heals in the deck yet. God damn. Jojo, 404, welcome, how you doing today? Hello, hello. I'm gonna purge a Root Seeds. We're getting very close to going infinite on those, you are terrifying, and you grant multi-strike, which is terrifying. We're very close to going kind of infinite on Emberdrain. We're not quite there, but we're getting close. Do we want enemies to have armor? Well, again, our spells literally do nothing. We rely on damage shield. I think this is fine for the gold. Enemies are not gonna have 6 HP. Every enemy is gonna be a shard at this point in the game. I mean, this guy's 20 with damage shield. He's freaking terrifying. But we know what we're doing. Animus with damage shield. Primordium, you come to the front so you can die. Don't play the Root Siege, just make as many cards cheap as you can. Razor Sharp might even be really cheap, but I really don't want to. we do need to scale damage. It's a tough choice. I'm gonna play it because it's a lot of damage. And then we end turn. Not the best draw, and in fact our turn 2 is probably gonna get our Animus killed. I mean, that's 40, 50, 60, 70 damage. There's no way the Animus lives. And there's no way the Animus can kill these units either. We're gonna get the quick book soon. Once we get it, these enemies are gonna die a lot faster, but we also do need the damage to kill them. So I'm glad I played the Razor Sharp. This is gonna be very tough though. Very, very tough. As expected, let's say. In fact, this Animus literally cannot live anywhere. No, it's gonna get damage shield. It's barely gonna live somewhere. Nope, it's dead. Well, how are you dead? 1020. You're dying to the spikes, you freaking moron. All right, now you're not dying. I'm not gonna play Pyrogrow. I really want to draw. I think if we don't draw quick, we're dead. So I'm going to try everything possible to draw quick. And hey, we drew it. Imagine that. The card we wanted, we got it. By the way, you're gonna live, but everyone else is probably gonna die. Morsel Maker. I don't think we can ever keep this Animus alive. I think we just play Morsel Maker up on the top floor. You know what? Feed will kill you, which is great. I think we just want as many morsels generated as possible, because I don't think, how do we save you? You're taking 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 damage. It can't be done. We will get damage shield 5. Maybe it can be done. Maybe it can be done? Can it? Can it be done? I mean, if I make you quick, that's gonna take 50 damage off the table as well. Yeah, we absolutely can make it happen. So should we have an Animus here being buffed and you being buffed, or should we just put all of our eggs into one basket? You're getting strong enough. I think we gotta weaken units that make it up, and this is how we do it. So we need you to be quick. That helps so much, and it's the entire reason we took the card to begin with anyways. We'll play this when it shuffles around. Feast doesn't quite kill you, but you are absurdly close to dying, and you're not gonna kill the Pyre. You're gonna do 13 damage per turn, and you're gonna die in 2 turns. So you're gonna do 26 damage to the Pyre. Congratulations, you're a dick. Also, that purged a lot of our damage shield up there, but that's fine. What's the challenge, says Jojo. We have 200 pack shards. That's basically the challenge. Friendly units are stronger, enemy units are stronger, and we get about 150 pack shards over the course of the run that we can't do anything with. So it's a freaking nightmare, let's say. Wow, you're still dying, even with all that Emberdrain, huh? Or a damage shield. That's pretty absurd, but this is exactly why I have that card in the deck. Now, do we want to plink? Yes, we might want to purge the card, but Root Seeds can be purged. That's a good one. You got a kill? You know what? Take a damage shield then. That's pretty good. I guess we'll let you die. I guess we'll pull you to the front. We can probably Pyrogrow right now since we have Prismal Dust coming up. Waves remaining 2, 8 more buffet triggers. You know what, in that case, this is actually not bad. All morsels come out with damage shield 1. I forgot about that part. I thought they only came out with damage shield 2. That is not the case. Hindsight is better than I could have expected. Better than I could have hoped. Oh my god, thank Christ for the quick card. Saves us so much of a headache. Oh my god, you do 100 times 2 damage. It's not gonna matter, because I have freaking Prismal Dust, but you are an asshole. I want you to know that. I want you to know just how much of a dick you actually are. Hit, hit, hit. We're actually doing less damage now, but it's fine. You're not gonna be able to punch through the morsels, which is really good. Oh, especially not with Void Binding. In fact, we should Void Binding you. Now we're doing 1,000 damage. 1,400, now you're dead. You died to a floor of one morsel maker tanking for an Animus. How embarrassing is that? Damage shield is very good against this guy, holy crap. Arcatraz says, the heck are you doing still streaming? I wanna finish War is Hell. I wanna finish this one. We don't need any of this. We have 2 of these, including Ember Cache, which has not been that bad. We don't need engine upgrade. Unless it gives me draw every turn, I don't want it. No healing, by the way, ever in this deck. You know, Invigorating Solution is draw, but we have Root Seeds for draw. We don't specifically need it. Frick you, Engraft. Maybe we do want Invigorating Solution, but it's draw next turn. Nah. Although, we make it not consume, we're dangerously close to going infinite off of Void Binding plays, but with the Root Seeds, it's just as good. In fact, it might be a little bit better, because it kind of synergizes with what we're doing in the run. Dude, I hope we get the book. I just realized we are gonna have the packed shards for it. I hope we get the book. We need holdover. Holdover what? Holdover probably Void Binding. Feast is still very tempting. We could Hellvent something. What would we Hellvent? There's nothing worth Hellventing in the deck, except for maybe Prismal Dust. I think we definitely go to the right. We got a lot of gold. No holdover, by the way, ever. When you play your 3rd card, draw 1, your champion gains 50% attack. First morsel, draw 1. It says play, not summon, so I don't think the morsel generating from the morsel master count. The champion would gain 6 damage. I don't think that's worth 260 gold, but I think the draw is. We can take the money if we need to buy anything else. I don't think double stack is worth anything, so we'll just make a Root Seeds cheaper. And finally, we have a holdover. Holdover Perils of Production does seem pretty good. Holdover Feast does seem pretty good. Holdover Root Seeds also seems pretty good, but I think you want to hold over Perils of Production so you have Infinity Energy, and Void Binding can be played even on your champion if you needed, because once you get this card, you have 3 energy minimum every turn. So that solves a big problem of the deck, which was trying to keep people alive. You know, if we make Sharpen cheaper, it could get hit by the Rail Spike. That's what I'm gonna say about that. I think we do want Winged Steel. There's not a reason to reroll, so we're just gonna remove a card. We're gonna remove lots of cards, actually. Let's remove the Train Stewards. We are almost going infinite at this point. Actually, we can get 280 gold. Play your first morsel unit, draw 1. That's not that good. 50% attack, that's also not that good. It is 6 attack per turn. You know, that's gotta be better than removing a card, right? Because it's 30 attack per turn of being eaten. That's gotta be worth more. So we're at 250 pack shards. Is it 275 or 250? 250. We're gonna be at 265 after this, actually. Why did I say 75? Wrong math. Half of buff debuff Seraph sucks. So be it. Okay, we're gonna play Morsel Maker and Animus on the middle floor. We'll play Primordium on the top, and if we get Animus, we'll play it on the top later. We need Morsel Maker to tank. This is how we've done this, and this is how we're going to do it. You need to get played in the back. You need to get played in the front. We need to play you. We drew Perils of Production. It's a pretty good draw, actually. This is actually like a really good draw. We should play this, and we should probably give you a damage shield. We have the capability of life stealing, the Animus of Will, kind of like that. Damage shield on you is worth a little bit more though, at least for now. So we'll just do it like this. You're already Emberdrained. Armor to units. I mean, I gotta get you out of my deck anyways, so this is gonna suck, but we're gonna rage you. We're gonna Perils of Production every turn from now on. Now that we have the card, it doesn't really cost us much to play it, and we get value. We can also Void Binding literally every single turn if we want, which we're gonna do. So you, first of all, need to get played in front. Vine Grasp does kill another one of you jerks. You're living? Why? Oh, because you're killing all my freaking morsels, you dummies. It's okay, we can actually handle this. We want to give you Rage. We want to sharpen you, and we want to Void Binding the morsel. Very good. Now, Quick Book is still gonna be worth a lot, and these enemies are making it up and they're not dying, so we do need to deal with them. You're also a sweeper, which is annoying. We got the Quick Book, no energy. Oh, hey, look, Perils of Production. We're gonna be Emberdrained for a long time. The Emberdrain, it started. So, killing the multi-striker is good, but if you make it up to the pyre and hit it for 20, that's not that bad. I think we let you go. Well, having said that, you are an Ember Drainer. Well, who cares? I have Perils of Production. I gotta think about this. Because a Plink could get 2 kills, which is nice. A Plink here would probably kill you. We need Quick, and we need Quick on both units, and you have to take the Root Seeds. Okay. Who gets the Rage? I kind of like stacking it on one unit, even though it's gonna be purged. You get permanent stat bonuses, you don't, so I think you get the Rage. Although I think if we played it up here, we could have killed you, but I don't care if you hit the pyre for 20. In fact, a Razor Sharp would probably kill you, but let's start down here. You gotta get pulled. No, play the Plink. It killed the only unit that I actually cared about, and I can save damage shield up here and get energy next turn, and you're dead. So that's freaking beautiful. Quick has to happen, ×2. Now you're not dying. Now you're dying. Ember Cash we can wait. I'd actually much rather buff you a little bit more. And you're gonna hit the morsels anyways. Why not get a kill on one of these units? It actually saved a morsel's life, which saved us a little bit of trouble in the future. Am I doing it? Have I made, finally, an Emberdrain build with Void Binding, Double Stack, and Perils of Production holdover? Have I done it? Has he done it? Feast. Perils of Production? Void Binding. What's going on up here? You're all dead? You're all dead, and you're so dead. Let's make sure you die. Draw -2 next turn, gain energy. I'd rather not play it because I'd rather play it after we have a lot of draw from root seeds. So what would I rather do here? I mean, Emberdrain forever. You might as well just play Void Binding. Where are you gonna play it? If I can stack up damage shield on you, that's what I would prefer to do. You're killing everything that moves up. We don't need Razor Sharp down here anymore. But this is only 2 damage shield. So you know what, let's play this for 1. Well, because we can get a lot of energy out of it later, maybe. With Perils of Production. Yeah, okay. Keep them both in the deck. Everything's going nice. Deck is still a little thick. We're not at all to the point where we could draw, you know, Void Binding every turn, but we don't need to. Dead, 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 dead. You're all dying. You're dying, and we're not being Emberdrained, which I guess really I'm just happy to have more damage shield for the future, I suppose. You're gaining an absurd amount of damage. You need to die first next turn. I think we're gonna make it. It's a pretty good turn. The real question is, oh, that's very good. We want to play Void Binding, Ember Cache, Sharpen. I think we want to play Ember Cache. We should have had this out earlier. I think we want to Void Binding you, Sharpen you. Save the card. I think it's going to be valuable later. We shuffle through the entire deck every 3 shuffles, so it doesn't take long to get back to it. You are removing my damage shield, which is annoying. Unfortunately, you're not removing my Emberdrain. Jerk. We're almost to the point of killing these enemies in 1 shot. What are you? You're a multi-strike 2, and you just have a lot of lifesteal? You don't seem that bad. Remove all damaging debuffs. I don't know how much damage you actually do, but it doesn't sound terrible. Let's Pyre Grow. Get it out of the deck. We have to do it at some point. Do it now. I like that the Emberdrain is dying, but if I pull a Lightwing to the front, we are still killing him with quickness. And in fact, we can make it way better. Final wave. Prismal Dust with Excavated Ember is basically what we want. Oh my god, would you look at this. Freaking 10 energy. Wow, you hit for 75. I'm incredibly surprised, but kind of not. Fell hit for over 100. You're hitting for 75. You are worse than Fell. That is... It just goes to show you how bad the Fell fight actually is. I say bad, what I really mean is just freaking hard. But there's another 10 damage shield on our top floor. We do 1,500 damage per turn right now. You're taking 900 from the garbage floor. Really wish that would have given me a little bit more, but I guess not. Taking 1,000 from the garbage floor. I'm willing to bet. No, just play it up here. It's worth a lot more. I was like, I wonder how much damage I could do if I played 4 more damage shield down here. No, just stack it up here. You've got 200. I always forget to root seeds first. But there you go, 2,500 damage per turn. Okay. Book. 100 armor. I mean, I'll take it. Book. Restore all health and gain 20. I'm at full health. Oh, I would have loved the book. It would have been so much fun. Although we are at 265 pack shards, so expect, you know, still possible death. We gotta pay attention here too. You do 27 damage with sweep. Oh my god, you do 44 here, 30 with trample down here. Wow, and we did not draw our champion. We did, however, draw Void Binding. So how the hell do you do this? I think you Void Binding Primordium on the top? No, but we can't Void Binding. We'll have no energy. What the hell do you do then? This is like absurdly bad draw. Morsel block. I mean, I want a morsel block up here, but you can't because of the sweep. We morsel block down here, we can play Primordium, but nothing else is getting done, and also you have Trample, but I guess the morsels will block some of the damage, and Primordium can block it as well. So we can keep Primordium alive here, but then we have another problem, which is the Morsel Maker in our hand means we can't play a Animus after we play the Morsel Maker. So where the hell do you play the Morsel Maker? It's an absurdly bad draw. I will say, we could play Primordium middle, Morsel Maker bottom, Morsels in front, Primordium would live, we would guarantee draw an Animus, and then the Animus would probably still die to all these freaking enemies, but it's something. Maybe we can draw an Animus with the Rail Spike, but if we do, is 44 damage enough? Yes, 44 health is enough. Void Binding, I don't think we can play. And we can play it on a morsel, and then you can eat the morsels. This is a terrible draw. Oh. Okay. But I think I know what I want to do. We gotta set up for the next turn. We need Primordium here. The Animus is going to be almost dead, but it can at least get 2 damage shield, which is not nearly enough. How are we gonna survive? We have to play Primordium on the top. We have to buy time for the Animus to scale. Although the Animus is gonna take 27 damage per turn, which is enough to kill it easily, until we get the Void Binding back shuffled. 27 flippin' damage, oh my god. Sorry, I'm trying to think. This is sketchy, this is scary, okay? Primordium, damage shield, wait for the Animus. Middle floor, nothing. Morsel Maker bottom, morsel damage shield. Awoken's Rail Spike draw, hope you luck into an Animus. Animus top floor with 27 HP will still take 9 damage per turn until you can get it gorging. Or sorry, until you can get it life stealing. I'm also looking at the overall damage. Like, it's less damage on the top floor, but it is sweep. But it's trample down here, which makes it really hard to keep damage shields alive on units, and also, you know, enemies are alive down here. It's hard, life sucks. Not getting an Animus turn 1 is just such bad draw. We will also draw 1 card on Winged Steel. Play the Animus on the top. The thing is, if we play the Animus on the top and we luck into a lifesteal morsel, which we did, we could in theory lifesteal the Animus on occasion, but we got the morsel right now, and this is the only morsel we can get, now that I think about it. So the morsel, the Animus can never heal, it can just get damage shield. But it buys it a turn to gorge, killing these units. It buys us a turn to gorge on the top floor and also get the book. But we're gonna run out of damage shield and Primordium in 2 turns. It's so scary. We get through the deck pretty quickly though. If we get Prismal Dust, we can keep the Animus alive. We can give the Animus a damage shield if we draw it on this turn. If not, we can give you a damage shield. We can give the Animus a lifesteal if we get feed next turn. And we're gonna draw a bunch of cards off of the Awoken's Rail Spike. Once we get Void Binding, we can keep Primordium alive more easily. And then the damage shield will last longer, because I also worry about the multi-strike. We need double the damage shield, and the Animus is gonna take more damage here. In theory, if we draw an Animus by playing Primordium on the bottom floor, we can play it immediately, but the Animus will die due to the fact that it's gonna be taking so much damage. There's not enough room to play the Morsels. Although we could put the Morsel Maker in the front and have it die, but I'd rather not do that because the Morsels are pretty good damage shields. The more I think about this, the more I think that the top floor is what we want, even though it's trash. Maybe you don't play the Lifesteal Morsel, you draw it later, you heal back up to full health. Let's give it a try. I'm willing also to restart if this goes wrong, but I'm willing to give it a try. And in fact, you can survive one hit. I didn't even think about that. What needs to be played? I think you need to be played. I think you need to be, well, we only draw 3 cards. I think you need to be played. I think you need to be played. And then don't play Void Binding, just play Awoken's Rail Spike. We got an Animus and the book! This is actually incredible. Now here's the question, do you play the Animus on the top or the bottom? If you play it on the bottom, you can kill a clergyman. If you play it on the top, well, you know what you gotta do. I think you play it at the top. Then, I think you still let this morsel sit for a while. You let it come back around. Do you play Void? We can't play Void Binding. Okay, well we gotta play the Quick Book. We gotta buff you. I can kill one enemy with a Vine Grasp. I think that's definitely worth it. And then we, because you're quick, yeah, I think we let the morsel sit. This is scary though, but I think we did get a very lucky turn. It was exactly what we wanted. You're not healing at all, which is a problem, but you're quick, which is good. Now, Animus needs to get played. Units are living, can't help but notice. However, we can still kill specific units if we want, like you. You need to get buffed. Feast is actually like lovely here. Because it's a heal for 27. Now our champion is gonna die in 2 turns, but we are guaranteed to draw Prismal Dust, and we have Perils of Production in hand. You're not dying because you're killing everything in 1 shot. So we've hit the amount of damage we need. Now it's all about keeping Primordium alive for 9 turns, which I think we can do. We have Perils of Production holdover, so we can get that out now. I do want you to die, because you're all dead anyways. Now we have less spikes. We need more damage, though. Why are we doing so little? We're not quick, you're killing the morsel. I understand. I think we can still get out of this, kind of, but it's gonna be Perils of Production time. We're okay going no energy. We have Perils of Production. We drew the Lifesteal Morsel too. That's actually lovely. We should not play it though. We should wait until we get more of a heal out of it. How about that? How about that? We don't need 10 damage shield as well. 9 would be acceptable. I think we want Ember Cache. Because we have Void Binding, we can play that, is kind of what I'm talking about. I think we want to buff your damage. I think we want more energy, and then I will play this for 7 on you. I think that's very good. We have 4 cards next turn, but our Animus is able to kill everything, and the morsels are so good at body blocking. Okay, quick. Now you're quick. You're taking 170. You're gonna die when you make it up here. There's nothing you can do about it. We're taking a little bit of damage, that's fine. Perils of production. You wanna play it. You play it, you play it, you play it. I think one of these units is gonna make it to the pyre because we don't deal 220 damage per shot. We're so close, but we're not quite there. So I think one of these enemies is gonna sneak through with like 100 HP. Which is not bad, it's just annoying. And it looks like you might just hit the pyre once, which is not bad at all. We have 100 armor, what do we care? Void Binding. This is a card that we need to play. Rage 12 is fantastic. We're still not gonna be at the damage that we need, but you know what? A Plink might do it. But we need you to have some damage shield. I would just feel comfortable with you surviving a little bit longer, honestly. Yeah, I think this is entirely acceptable at this point. Now we're killing all of you. Good Plink. The one Plink, you know what, this would have done it too, but the one Plink we had in the deck was enough. And we don't need any more damage shield on the champion unless they get hit by spikes or sweep, because they'll die. They'll be eaten on the turn that they die, which I think is fine. Morsel Maker with these freaking morsels and the Chain of Gems and Winged Technology and all of the War is Hell nonsense. These morsels are so freaking good at body blocking. I love it. You should have this and this. No reason to have you do, you know, a little damage. Let's have you do a lot of damage. I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill the birds, but I mean, they're all birds, but I mean those birds. There's so many status effects on the enemy team too. I can't tell what's happening. I know you're gonna get armor. We need this. You have to go. You're getting stronger. You take these. Lots of draw next turn. Our Morsel Maker, he's taking a bit of a beating. He is. That's okay though. I think we want to play a Morsel. I know, right? I think we want to give you lifesteal at this point. Then you'll heal up to full on the next turn. Let's take more energy, and then more energy, and then more energy, and then more energy. I wish we could do something with all this energy, but, you know, that's fine. I kind of would like to give you some damage shield, just to keep you going. You're taking 40? 10 spikes! Oh my god! I, didn't notice that, you had that much damage on you. That's a lot of damage. I think if I give you Razor Sharp, you might die. So, let's not play it. We probably don't need this much rage on the bottom one. We can probably start putting it on this one, but the raw stats are so much better than the rage. I kind of like you just being able to kill weak units that move up. And you are gonna die right now just due to the fact that you have no damage shield. Void Binding would keep you alive. Let's see if we draw it. We drew it! You're living! And everything on this floor is dying. That's how strong we can get an Animus just with rage. And, 50 base HP, or base damage, I should say, but, don't worry about it. You're gonna be gorged in 2 turns. That's fantastic. You're all dead, which is fantastic. I don't know what killed that last unit. Animus is living and with 2 damage shield, and we're not getting swept because we're attacking first. Hit, kill, 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 kill. You're gonna live. How are you dying? Hit, 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 hit. Doing 120. How are you dying? I don't know how this unit, the Gilded Wing, is dying because they're only taking 240 plus 60. I guess the morsels are getting the kill. A little bit of extra damage from the morsels is enough to get the job done. That's pretty crazy. We should just yeah, I mean, at this point, we should just feast. Thank you for your service, though. More energy. We have a 400 HP Animus. You love to see it. I would still, I think, rather you not add garbage to my deck, so I am gonna pull you forward. It means you live, but like, whatever. This is not the end. How can you live? You're not gonna kill any one of my floors. Perils of Production, get this out of my deck. Void Binding. Not even taking any damage. Root Seeds, Root Seeds. Vine Grasp. Now, just don't play this. There's no reason to. End turn. Yo. War is hell, but Super Primordium and an Animus of Will got the job done. That's what we needed. That's all we needed. I mean, there's a reason why I always want those Animuses of Will. The innate double multi-strike, it just makes it so freaking easy to scale. Hey, we did get a new victory with Umbra Awoken. I didn't realize we didn't have that one. Notice a few major lacking victories of Umbra and Hellhorn. Actually, specifically Hellhorned. Hellhorned, Hellhorned, Hellhorned. And then all the like random ones around. Holy crap. Plague says you basically made your Animus a Dante. Yes, although a Dante would have been even better, would have done more damage. But an Animus with 5 multi-strike, you can't go wrong with the scaling potential. And with War is Hell, this challenge, I think Primordium was the perfect choice. I think that there are certainly challenges that benefit you to have one champion or another. There are some challenges where your Wildenton, that's his name, is going to be insanely powerful and get you through the day. This Primordium is what we need just due to the fact that his base stats were so good. His base stats were plus 5 health, plus 5 attack, and then another plus 5 health and plus 5 attack and plus 10 health. So plus 10 attack, plus 15 health, that was base. And we also had Mark of an Exile, but that extra scaling, the early game, so easy. Up to the first boss fight, pretty damn easy, although, the first boss with like 80 pack shards still sucks. But then between the first and the second primary boss, that's when the difficulty ramps because you haven't had the opportunity yet to build the perfect deck. And the enemies are obscenely strong. So I realized, clip Tormentors, don't take the pack there because it's gonna get you killed. So thank God I decided not to. Fun run though, fun challenge. But it is just absurdly tough. This is a challenge you would do it once and then never take it again. I know there's people out there who play on like 200 plus pack shards for a living. But when you get 100 and, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you get 120 pack shards with no value attached to it, you're just making your life harder. And the benefits of the other run modifiers, the Elite and Brawl, only really become apparent when you're using a champion like Primordium, I feel. Even the Hellhorn champion, the enemies would just be doing too much damage for him to actually survive it, even with the multi-strike gain that he has. Tough run, but we freaking did it. For now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.